Hey, yo, welcome back to the FRDi Show, the number 3 podcast in the world. Number 3 in the world, but number 1 in your hearts. My name is Cakes Mitchell, and today I'm solo dolo, baby. I ain't got no Nick nowhere near me, dog. It feels good, feels great. But you guys are probably wondering, where's Nick? What is the deal with the title? I think I titled the podcast episode either the end of the FRDi Show or the future of the FRDi Show. And spoiler alert, it's not going anywhere. So you guys are going to be stuck with us for a while. And no, Nick's not going anywhere. Nick is currently, sorry, I had a bunch of notes. Let me pull those up. Oh, dude, so many notes. The future of the FRDi Show. What are we doing? Wow. Hold up. Wow. There's just so much stuff to have to worry about when you're recording by yourself. Boom, boom. Is this good? I hope this is recording all right. Dude, this is chaotic. Sorry. This is so much work, dude. I got to run the camera and make sure, because I got this microphone, right? And it's loose at the back here. So I got to make sure that that's recording at all times. The future of the FRDi Show. I know this is kind of like a cliffhanger. And now I don't think this is recording correctly. Hello? Yes, it is. Dude, this is stressful. I've had a stressful day. And we'll get into that a little bit too. But dude, the future of the FRDi Show. Big news. Massive news to hit the FRDi Show. What's going to happen? What's happening? A lot of you guys know, or maybe don't know, we have been in the same studio since, I think, 2020. And in that studio, I believe it's like maybe 200 square feet. We have Nick's music studio, and then we have, it's basically 2 rooms, even though there's no doors, but there's a wall in like where a door's supposed to be. We have this section of where we record the FRDi Show. And for a while, if you guys go back to like the earlier episodes, we're both sitting in like these sofa chairs. And then we have like a little table between us. And for a while, we used like nice microphones, kind of like this one. And then we went back to the handheld microphones and stuff. But dude, we have grown out of that space so fast. We should have gotten out of that space. Let me think. Freaking in 2021. We've been in there for, 3-4 years now, and we outgrew that so bad. And we've had conversations about getting out and getting a bigger space before, but we always thought like the rent was cheap. The rent was, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, it was a couple $100. It wasn't that much money. So we were like, why spend money on a space if all we're doing for the FRDi Show is like literally just talking on a podcast? And it's just us. It's just the boys. We're just rambling, talking about nothing. Like, we like the low-key vibe of, like, us just sitting in chairs with, like, not that great of light. It just feels more relatable. It just feels... Moose, what are you doing, bro? It just feels more laid back. It feels, more of, like, what we are, which is just 2 guys sitting in a chair talking about nothing. So we never really wanted to overproduce the show. But what just happened is we sealed the deal and we signed ink to paper on a brand new space that is massive. I'm talking like, if I had to put a number on it, I think the space that we got, and granted, we're coming from a place that was like 200 square feet. We got a place that I think is like 2,000 square feet. It used to be an old... what would you even call it, dude? It's like where people would do ballet or dance. Like it's an open floor. It's got a bunch of mirrors, I guess, where you would watch yourself dance. It's got like one of those dancer poles, not a stripper pole. It's got a dancer pole out on like the end of it where you'd hold and like do your kicks ups or what. I don't do ballet, dude. I don't know anything. I just know that it was that. And then there's another spot that we could do our merch out of, because a lot of guys don't know that we actually make, print, press, ship out all of our own merch. And right now we have the one spot, the one really small studio that's like 200 square feet. Then we also have a separate place that we do our merchandise, because we did it out of that 200 square feet place for a while. But again, like there was no space. We need extra space. So the idea of this new spot is to, one, combine that. Like we're going to do the merch out of this new spot. We're going to have the FRDi show out of this new spot, Nick's music out of this new spot. And then we're doing another thing called, me and Nick do a thing called Independent Podcast, which is we help teach up and coming, or basically just Nick, but teach up and coming independent artists how to be successful being an independent artist today. So that's like a podcast that we're doing. And we also have a thing on the FRDi Fam, which is an extension of Nick's music, where you just kind of like peel back the curtain about where Nick's at, like in his music, where his head's at and stuff like that. And I co-host on both the Independent Podcast and the FRDi Fam podcast. I don't think that one technically has a name yet, but with this new, it doesn't matter. With this new spot, we're able to set up sets and keep them there, which is like, bro, I can't wait to decorate. I think that we're talking about getting a neon sign for the FRDi show, which I'm stoked about. I think that alone like sold me. And like, I think the spot that we're going to do it, because we went and checked it out once. And by the way, side note, I know there's a lot of tangents when I'm by myself, dude. Would you guys want us to bring back maybe weekly or bi-weekly vlogs? Let us know your honest opinion, or we can just keep it the podcast. That's totally cool as well. We would love to do them. It's just putting a lot more work on our plate. So we think we might be utilizing this guy Alex that we've brought in to do editing and stuff. We don't really just use him that much though. So that could be an opportunity for him to shoot and edit those vlogs. So if we do that, just understand that there might be a learning curve about how to do the vlogs in the beginning. Like, in my mind, I know how I would want to edit it. I just don't want to take the time to spend to edit them. So if we do the vlogs, just understand that they may not be the best paced and everything off the jump, because there is a learning curve when it comes to learning how to edit vlogs. But I think if we do that they will get better with time. So you guys will watch that process of it getting better in time. Okay, anyway, the FRDi show will have its own set. Like we'll have a chair here, maybe a table in the middle. FRDi show logo and neon lights behind that, and the opportunity to maybe bring in guests would be huge. I think that's one of the steps that I want to take in the next year or two with the FRDi show, and still have me and Nick just shooting the poop, of course, but also bring in guests that we want to have and chop it up like we've done in the past with, Young Gravy or Young Bondo. We have a lot of Youngs, or Che Dorena or Grant Beans. Like we've had guests on the podcast, but it's almost always been virtual. So I would want to have the option to bring in guests that's not virtual, just like an in-person interview to and not really an interview. Like I never want to treat the FRDi show like an interview when a guest comes on, but they just join the discussion, if that makes sense. So I'm excited about it. And also set up like real cameras would be sick, because right now we run and gun. Like literally right now, this is filmed on my iPhone. And usually we're filming on those little mini mics that you guys have seen forever. I have a wedding video business, and those microphones that we talk on are the ones that I mic up the bride and groom for their weddings. So like we've been running and gunning this thing for a while. I think we're long overdue for an upgrade. I'm very excited about it. I think Nick is as well. I just talked to him yesterday, and we just signed the pen and paper to get that new spot, and just condense everything, dude, to have more space. Because literally, I might take a video for the vlog just to show you the room that we're working with. Because when you see us do the FRDi show and stuff, you only see like the one angle. And if you've been following us for a while, you can kind of put together what the room looks like probably. But I'll give an actual tour of how compact that thing really is. And it's just so easy to get messy. The bathroom wasn't the best. Trash was a headache because you'd have to either throw it out the window and land it inside of the trash can, which we got really good at over the years, or you'd have to take it out and bring it around the back. And I don't like taking it from. I'm not going to finish that joke. Next up. Oh, vlogs. That's the next thing that we're going to talk about. Yeah, vlogs. Definitely want to do that. Bring that kind of flavor into it. But let me know what you guys think. Do you want to keep it just this kind of style? Because this is definitely, obtainable. This is what we'll be doing forever. If you guys like this style and don't want us to switch it up, we've done vlogs in the past, like when we first started. They're just so much work. Like with the podcast, you can turn it on, let the video run, let the microphones run, and wrap it up. And then you just got to sync it, like line up the video and audio and post and like in the editing, and then you upload it. And we don't put too much thought into it. We've never been ones, we've tried to in the past, but we've never really been ones that have like 2 different camera angles like that and then have a wide angle and cut back and forth. We've always usually just done film it vertical on our phones for TikTok and then split it down the middle. But we might bring in more production to that into the actual podcast. But as far as the vlogs, I want to keep them light. I want to keep them fun. And I want to keep them relatively short, on the shorter end, like 4 or 5 minutes. I don't want to bore you guys. I want to have like... let me know. Would you guys rather have, and this is a very much an episode where I need you guys' input on a lot of stuff. Would you rather have more of like, this is what we're doing today, and this is like the documentation of that day, which may be a little less entertaining, but more like real about what we're doing? Or would you rather have it like build up, and I don't have a preference either way. It's literally what you guys want. Or would you rather have it build up around something? So like, for example, an idea that I had was we did the scavenger hunts. Shout out to Michael on TikTok for revolutionizing that style of content. But we did a TikTok where we did it was a vlog style of us like first one to get a taco and bring it back wins, and we filmed that into like a TikTok. But we can make that like a vlog. Like, is that the style of content that you guys want? That would be more entertaining, or keep it more documentation style with like jokes thrown in throughout the day, or just keep it a podcast, not even do the vlog? Let me know what you guys want. Man, I know how to talk, huh? Thank you guys for real. Like, you guys have been listening, some of you, since we started this in 2020, like early 2020. It's been 2020. 22, 3 going on 4 years of us just talking into a microphone about literally nothing. We don't talk about anything. And I think that's one of the things as well that I kind of want to peel back, is add a little bit more like realness, I guess is the right word, about us. Because I feel like we have discussions and stuff about things, but we never really get too deep into that. And again, I don't know if you guys want that, or if you don't, if you literally just want would you rather jokes and we go back and forth. I'm down for and game for everything, and everything that I'm comfortable talking about on camera, I'll open up about. But let me know, what do you guys think? Where is Nick? I guess I should have brought that up forever ago. Why isn't Nick on this podcast? What a good question. It's not that he abandoned us. It's not that he's, I don't have another joke. He is currently at the beach on vacation for a couple days. So the next couple weeks are going to be interesting, right? So Nick is at the beach right now. And then I think he's like through this week. And then on Monday, me, him are flying to Arizona. No, I'm not sorry, not Arizona. We're flying to Vegas to shoot a music video with his friend Connor Price. If you guys know Connor, he also does music. He had the Spin the Globe series, which he's most known for. He's also got a ton of other really good music, like Splat, I think is a really good song. But we're going out there to shoot the music video. And we'll be there from either, I think, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. And then when we come back, usually me and Nick film content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think turning around And then filming more content on Thursday is going to be a little bit overkill. So I think I'm going to try to crush out a FRDi show while we're in Vegas with Nick, and hopefully Connor will join us. I think that would be interesting. That would be really sick. And, I'm down for that. Let me know if you guys would like that as well, or we can just keep it me and Nick. But, I like adding a third dynamic. I feel like the conversation just flows a lot smoother when you add that third dynamic, because I feel like I've talked to Nick forever, and he knows when I got jokes, he knows what jokes I have that are coming, and vice versa, which are great. But when you add that third element, like a young Bondo, right? You just don't know that extra flavor, that extra sauce, how it can add to your sandwich. So hopefully that pans out. Excited for that. And then right after that, when we come back, Nick has to leave to go to a wedding. I think that's either this upcoming weekend or the following. I think it's the following weekend. Nick then leaves for his producer, 100 Graham, is getting married. So he's going to be at that wedding. So I'm not sure about that following week, how podcasts will work for that as well. So hopefully we can nail the podcast with Nick and Connor while we're out there to get you guys some quality content, some QC. And then the following week, it just depends. I can either do another solo podcast like this, if you guys are interested. If you guys like this, if this keeps you entertained enough, maybe I can get my fiance on. If she's always said she was down for it, but we've never actually done it. So, and that would be an opportunity if Nick is not available to do another podcast. If Nick can do a virtual one, I will try to knock that out. But Nick is very much like, there's a really good, it's not a quote, but it's like a saying. I guess that's kind of a quote. Nick says, I forget where I saw the thing from, I think it was on Twitter or something. And it was, if you try to schedule something with me, I can't do it. But if you call me right on the spot, I'm usually available. And that's Nick to a T. Like if I called him at any specific moment, like, hey, can you run a FRDi show right now? It's yes or no very quick. And more than likely it's yes. But if I was like, yo, and Nick, in 2 weeks on Wednesday at like 11 a.m., can you do the FRDi show? His brain's just not wired that way. So when it comes that 2 weeks in advance, we're going to have to play it by ear. If Nick can do it, I would definitely do a podcast with Nick virtually. If we can't, for whatever reason, be there. And if not, I'll either do a solo one like this or have my fiance on or my dad on. My dad literally is retiring today. Shout out Big Clay. So yeah, let me know what you guys would want out of that. If you enjoy the solo thing, if you want my fiance on, my dad on, try to do the virtual one with Nick. And if you guys want these kind of thrown in about what's going on, I know you really want the dynamic of me and Nick, and I get that. I understand that. And this isn't that. But I feel like these can kind of peel back the curtains and let us take a breath. Let's fill you guys in on a bunch of stuff. So let me know genuinely if you guys enjoyed this podcast. I still got some things to touch on, so I'm not wrapping it up yet. But let me know if you do enjoy this content. It's a little less funny, and it's more of like, this is what's going on. All right, what else we got? I got into a car accident. Dude, literally. Hold on, someone's at the door. Summer's coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Manscaped is here to ensure your body is ready for the wild with their game-changing full-body grooming and hygiene products. Don't be the guy at the beach with Austin Powers chest hair, and if you grew some winter man tits, the least you can do is make sure that they're hairless. It's time to get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code FRDi. Dude, Manscaped is my ride or die, man. I keep one in the shower. I keep a Lawnmower 4.0 in my to-go kit, man. You know? That's one of my favorite things about Manscaped, dude, is I can use it in the shower. It's one of the most underrated things about it, and their lock feature, because a lot of times you get a buzzer and then you'll try to take it somewhere and it'll start going off in your bag. But with this, you just tap it 3 times and it locks up. Love that. So again, you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code FRDi at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code FRDI at manscaped.com. Trim your chesticles with the besticles. Back to the show. That was UPS. Dude, UPS people, when they deliver your package, dart away. Like, that dude was gone. He literally dropped the package and then just darted away like he was the Flash. Crazy. Got into a car accident literally like 4 or 5 hours ago. Dude, talk about an experience. Man, that was my first real car accident. And it wasn't that bad. No one got hurt. Thank God. Nobody got hurt. The only thing I had is when my airbag went off, I scraped my arm up a little bit. But nobody got hurt. Thank God. But dude, what an experience. Would not recommend it. 0 out of 10, not a good time. I'm just so thankful that nobody got hurt. Like, that is my worst fear when it comes to like car accidents, is injuries. And literally, I'm fine. The 2 ladies that were in the other vehicle, totally fine. But dude, wow, what an adrenaline kick. They always say that, like, when you're in a car accident, like, time slows down, right? And I felt that, dude. I felt that for sure. That was, dude, don't do it. If you were thinking about doing it, definitely don't. It's not fun. But cars, I'm pretty sure my car is totaled, which kind of sucks because that car was completely paid off, and I had 130,000 miles on it, which is kind of a lot, but it was a Honda Civic. And if there's anything that you guys know, that anyone knows about Honda Civics, is that they last forever. Like, that car probably had another 100,000 miles on it before it even started to show problems. And I just dropped $200 on an oil change for that thing. So that actually kind of pisses me off. I just thought about that. Jiffy Lube, don't even get me started. Jiffy Lube is a complete scam. Jiffy Lube, I go in to get my oil change, and we'll come back to the car crash. Sorry, this is how my brain works. I go into Jiffy Lube to get my oil change. I think I'm spending $60, right? $60, change my oil in and out. When I go there, they tell me that I need the highest grade oil that is on the market, some synthetic BS. I'm like, okay. They say your car can't take any other oil. I'm like, bro, it's a 2016 Honda Civic. Like, sure, but okay. I'll take the highest oil. And then they show me, I hate when they show you the air filter. And he'll be like, you need a new air filter. And I feel like I get got every single time, and I change the air filter every single time when it doesn't need to be changed. It was like maybe a little bit dirty, but like, I feel like they put leaves in it. Like, every time I feel like they put leaves inside of the air filter to make it look dirtier than it is. I'm like, bro, how about you just dust the leaves out and then put my air filter back in? But of course, I agreed to get it changed out because I'm a sucker. Under pressure in situations like that, I'm like, absolutely, whatever you think. Bro, I am the worst when it comes to, like, let's assert dominance here. I don't need your air filter. Of course I need your air filter. What voice was that? Was that Jiminy Cricket? So that cost me another, $40, $50, which is like, I could have went to Walmart and got an air filter and swished it out myself. But, I don't know how to do that. And then, hold on, I'm just making sure this is still recording. Yeah. Oh, we're so good. We're so golden. And then I got my tires rotated. I'm a firm believer in rotating tires, and I can't do that. I'm not going to spend the time to do that. So I don't mind spending the $30 to do that. But then my bill was over like $200 somehow. And I had a $15 off coupon which I never use coupons. I feel like such an old lady when I use coupons. But it literally just came in the mail when I already planned to getting my oil change. So I was like, of course, like I'm going to use the coupon. So I brought it with me, $15 off, still over $200. I'm like, bro, how? Because I think they get you with the labor costs because they can charge whatever they want for labor costs. I just need to learn how to change my own oil, but now I can't because my car is totaled. So I got to get a new car. I also got to get a rental car. Dude, when you get into an accident and like your car's messed up, there's literally so much stuff you have to do. You have to, one, process getting hit, and then you got to be like, okay, I'm fine. Are they good? They're good. Cool. Cops are showing up. Insurance. You got to call the insurance. You got to get a tow truck. You got to, like, there's just so much stuff that you got to do while processing the whole thing that just went down. Oh, dude, not a good time. And Nick's at the beach, living it up. Living it up. All right, what else we got? What's next? Oh, we got new merchandise. Dude, check this out. Feels Right University. Check it. If you guys are audio only, you can't see it. But I think we upload the video to Spotify as well. But if you're audio only, we got these heather gray crew necks, and they're in like a red crew neck with blue lettering that says Feels Right University, established 2019, because that's when we established all of the FRDi stuff. What does it mean? For me, this is what it means, dude. Feels Right University. A lot of people don't know the FRDi show, what you're listening to right now, or the Friday show, or the FRDi show. There's a lot of different pronunciations of it. The correct one is the FRDi show. That's why our logo is a teddy bear, because that's Freddy the Teddy. Little Easter egg. But, okay, so the FRDi show is an acronym that stands for Feels Right, Do It. If it feels right, do it. Or feels right, don't it. It feels right, don't it? Feels right, do it. It's about trusting your gut, going with your gut, believing in yourself. As cliche as that sounds, it's legit. Like learn, and then Feels Right University is about learning to trust yourself. So you may not, necessarily trust yourself yet to go with your gut. Do like listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Trust your gut and do what you want to do. So Feels Right University is about learning to trust yourself. So if you guys want one of these, we have them. I think we also have them in hoodies as well. I think we do have. There is a 15% off discount code on our Patreon for merch that we just threw up there. But I think that we also have one, just like a normal 7% discount code for everybody. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/thefreddyshow, helps us, stay independent, allows us to continue to do this thing independently. No, not signed by nobody. Big ups. When we get to 100 patrons, because we were at 100 and then we dipped back down. We're at 90 now. When we get to 100 patrons on Patreon, if you guys want to help support your boys, if we get to 100 patrons on Patreon, I will shoot Nick with 100 paintballs with a paintball gun consecutively, and let him do the same to me. So that's just 10 more patrons on Patreon. We're trying to get that thing revved back up, and throw some more value and content your guys' way. One of which is the discount code, which is on there now, or which is 15%. Or if you guys just want the regular 7% for everybody, the discount code is LikeHoney7. LikeHoney, the number 7. LikeHoney7. And again, all of our merch is on feelsright.shop. There will be a link in every bio if you're on Spotify, there's a link in there. If you're on YouTube, there's a link there. But it's just feelsright.shop. And then there should be a section that says Like Honey at the top, where we have a bunch of new merch, not just the Feels Right University, even though that's my favorite thing from the drop. There's a bunch of new stuff on there. Let me just pull it up real quick to see what we got on the shop. We got a candle. We custom made candles, which is crazy. Nick dropped an album. For a couple of you that don't know, Nick is a music artist, and he just dropped his second ever album called Like Honey. And with that, we released all this stuff and partnered, with us at the FRDi Show. So we made him, his album is called Like Honey. So we released a candle called Like Honey, which was handcrafted and made by us. Like the scent was curated by us. We got hard copies of Nick's signed CD. There's a line in one of his songs that says "Life's sweet like honey" on the song "Like Honey" on the album "Like Honey." So Nick wrote out in Sharpie "Life's sweet like honey," and then we took that writing that he did, where he wrote out "Life's sweet like honey" in a Sharpie, and then we put that on a shirt, and then we made those. We also have things that just say "Like Honey" on it, and then we have honey. I didn't even know we had that. We have honey. So we got long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, crew necks, hoodies, candles, CDs. It's the new drop. And I think we're going to make more of these Feels Right University shirts in different styles as well. So let me know if you guys like that. If you want to cop one, if you do cop one, take a picture in it and tag us at the FRDi Show on Instagram and upload it there. And we'll post you on our story if you do that. So again, there's a 15% discount code on our Patreon, and the 7%, just the general discount, is Like Honey 7. All right, what else we got? Dude, I really thought this was not going to be a long episode. We're already at 30 minutes, dude. I'm proud of myself. New studio. My dog Moose. People, if they join the TikTok Live, sometimes I go on TikTok Live, and there'll be the updated story about my dog Moose. So my dog Moose has been vigorously trying to lick his private parts for like 5 months now. And we didn't know what the reasoning was behind it. We got him checked for everything, dude. Like food allergies, environmental allergies, UTI, freaking everything, dude. We checked literally everything. And we were like, we give up, dude. Like, we don't know what's causing it. He's been treated for everything. He got it flushed out. And we finally got him signed up into a dermatologist, which, by the way, to get a dog or any pet, I think for that matter, into a pet dermatologist is so difficult, bro. We were on a wait list for so long, and then we were lucky enough to be able to jump up and get him in, because we weren't even supposed to be able to get him in until the end of this month, like the 31st. But they called us like a week and a half ago. It was like, yo, we have an opening if you want to come in. And we finally got him in, and they think that they know what's wrong. That there's like I think one of his glands that's connected to his privates has an infection. So I think all he literally needs, and we got it now, is the antibiotic to clear it up. And he was on it for a little bit because he had to get a test to like figure out what exact infection it was to be able to treat. But they're going to double down on the antibiotic that they were originally giving him to hopefully clear it up entirely, which would be sweet, dude. Because if anyone's seen my dog, I'm not going to call him because he gets really wound up because he's still a puppy. He's only like 9 months old, and he's chilling right now. So if I get him on camera now, he's going to be wound up and jumping on my lap and trying to bite me and play and stuff. So I'm going to keep him chilling there for now. But he has to wear like this disc cone. It's not like the plastic cone, like if he was to get neutered, but it's like we found this one that's like padded. And then we got to put a T-shirt on him like backwards, and then we tie it so he can't lick the area. And we got to double it up, and we keep that on him when we're not home or if he's going to bed. Otherwise, we keep just the coat, like we keep the shirt on him, but we'll take the cone off so he can run around and not have to deal with that the whole day. So for home, he doesn't wear that. We kind of monitor him to make sure that he's not trying to lick his junk. Because he can lick it to the point where it gets raw and it'll like open, and then he's got to go in this cream, and it's like a whole thing. But I think we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully. I'm not holding my breath because I've been excited before about they were certain it was allergies, and it wasn't. He's been on prescription food for like 3 months now. So we think we know what is wrong with him, and we think that we can hopefully see a resolution within the next, month, which would be great. Oh, all right, man. I got the last thing on my docket is, so I'm getting married in September to my lovely fiance, Ashley. And, man, there's a lot to go into planning a wedding. I shoot weddings for I am a videographer. I shoot a lot of weddings for part of my work. So you think I would be well versed in what it takes to plan a wedding, but no, absolutely not. Man, it is tough. But one of the things that we got knocked off the list is getting suits from Men's Warehouse. Didn't have a great experience, to be honest. Only 2 of my groomsmen were able to make it, which is Travis Belt and Nick were able to make it. Thank God. Appreciate both of them for showing up. It means hell of a lot to me. But a lot of people don't know, me and Nick don't actually live close. We live like 2 hours apart without traffic, and it can get up to 2.5 to 3 hours with traffic. And I live in Maryland. He lives in Virginia, and you have to cross the Washington, D.C. Beltway, so sometimes that thing can get crazy. He came all that way. I had an appointment with Men's Warehouse at 2:00. The lady that we were dealing with was not the nicest or like most patient. Because it's an exciting thing, dude. Like you're getting fitted for your suit for your wedding, so it's like a big deal. Like I know she does it every day, and it's like whatever to her, but like it's a big deal. And she just was not, laughing at any jokes. Not really like she was just like, do you just get in, get it out? And I was kind of surprised. We were originally going to go for rentals for everybody, but they only had. I wanted to wear black tux, black bow tie, classic. They only had 3 options for black suits, which I was kind of like taken back by, and none of them seemed like really great. I was kind of shook that they don't, like a Men's Warehouse only has 3 options of a suit to rent, but whatever. And I wasn't crazy about any of them. And when I'm getting married, like I want to feel good on my wedding day, dude. So, but also I didn't want to go to another store because Nick had to leave soon. He drove 2 hours, and I want everyone like for them to be there for me to do it. I don't want him to feel like he wasted his time driving out there and me not ending up getting a suit. So, I found this one suit, that they had there was Calvin Klein. It looked nice. It looked, I felt good in it, and I was like, all right, I'll do this one. But I had to buy the suit, and it was expensive, not crazy expensive. I think the suit and the pants, I believe, were around like $400, which isn't bad. Like I get to keep it, but how often are you going to wear a tux? Not sure. But the groomsmen, I had them just rent one of the black tuxes that they had there because I didn't want everyone to feel like they had to buy their own thing. And that was way cheaper. I think that was only like $175. So, that just made me feel better that, someone could pop into a Men's Warehouse by them, which is another big thing why I wanted to do a chain like that is so they could go there in person, get fitted for the suit. And like there's Men's Warehouses everywhere. So I did that. Even though the lady that we had wasn't the best, maybe she was just having a bad day, or whatever. I get people have bad days. So, but I got the suit. I feel like I look good in it. Except I don't have the white. I didn't bring like a white button up to put underneath. I wore like a black t-shirt. So I'm not sure how that's going to look. I thought they would kind of like give you one to use to try on. Like the whole process was a little like disorganized for me. I thought that it would be a little bit more like streamlined, but it's fine. We got it done, and that's it. Very excited to have everybody there. Man, it's coming up quick. Our wedding is coming up quick. I'm excited. Let me know. I think that's it. That's all I got for today. Let me know, did you guys like this podcast? Did you not? I'm a little self-conscious about it just because it's literally just me talking for 40 minutes to nobody. Well, I'm talking to you guys, but like I'm just sitting here in my room screaming into my cell phone. So, yeah, join the Patreon if you guys haven't. We're going to try to, focus on that a little bit more. I can definitely give you guys more content if it's like this kind of style. So if you guys don't mind having one of these kind of podcasts every once in a while, let me know. Or if you want it strictly just me and Nick, totally fine. Just let me know that too. It's just harder to get Nick when there's like a lot of stuff going on like this, where he's away and then he's at a wedding and then we got to go to Vegas. It's just, so let me know. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all being here. And be happy with who you are right now. Love you.